Hello everyone and welcome to WAN Tech Corner. In today's tutorial, we are going to set up an OpenWRT router running with a single network interface. And we know that for a router to work, we should have a WAN connection and a LAN connection. But because we had only one network port, so we have to use VLAN to set up our virtual LAN interface. And because of that, we have to use one of the managed switch or a smart switch. And in this video, we are going to use the TL-SG108E, which support VLAN tagging. Let's have a look at our network diagram here. So on the left side, we have the Internet Service Provider optical network terminal. And this router is running DHCP on VLAN 10. So it is connected to the first port of the switch. And the second port of the switch will be connected to our OpenWRT PC. We are going to set up two VLANs, VLAN 10 and VLAN 1, and the rest of the ports will be used for our LAN device. So let's move to the next section where I will show you the physical connection of the device, and we are setting up OpenWRT. Let's go. Alright, so this is our physical device, and here we have the router running OpenWRT, and we have two network ports. So I will use a sticker to just hide this port. And now we have only one network port, which is this Ethernet 0. So this is our first network port, and here we have a TP-Link TL-SG108E switch, right? So let's connect our device and boot up OpenWRT. So first of all, the USB, and after that, the cable from my computer will be connected to one of the switch here on port 7. And next we have the cable connecting between our switch and our router. Alright, look good. And lastly, the network cable from the ISP. Alright, so let's boot up the system. We just turn on the switch. And now powering on the router. Alright, so let me just zoom it in a little bit so that you can see. Alright, so OpenWRT is up and running, and let's have a check. Right, link become ready, so let's do if config. Alright, good. So we have Ethernet 0 and Ethernet 1, and in this case we only use the Ethernet 0 because we haven't configured VLAN both on the OpenWRT router and on our switch. So we can log into the web management interface via 192.168.1.1 to configure everything there. See you in the next section. Alright, so we're back to our computer, and let's log into 192.168.1.1 and everything on the default configuration, so no password sets. That's fine. Let's go and have a check. Alright, so we have our TP-Link TL-SG108E, which is the switch management IP, and let's just log into it as well. Okay, so log into the switch. Let's navigate to VLAN and 108.1Q VLAN. Let's have a look at our network diagram again, and we have to set up the VLAN 10 and VLAN 1. So VLAN 10 will be set up for port number 1 and 2, and VLAN number 1 will be set up for port number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and also port number 2. So let's just do that. So first of all, let's just turn on the A02.1Q VLAN. So it will be enabled. Click apply. Alright. Yep. And after that, the first VLAN will be VLAN number 10. So ID number 10, and VLAN name will be 1, for example. And the port number 1 will be tag, and port number 2 will be tag. Alright, So in some of the language, they will call it tag, but on like Cisco language, we will call it trunk, right? And for the untagged, it will be accept. So you may check out the Google or all the network documentation for the information, but in this case, I will just make it fast. And after that, click modify. All right, so here we have the port number 1 and 2, a target port, and it is on VLAN 10. Next, we need to configure our VLAN number 1. It is default. I don't want to bother about it. Port number 1, it will not be a member, so I will just remove it, not a member. And on port number 2, it will be untagged, and the rest will be untagged. So click modify. So this is our final result. So VLAN ID 1, it will be from port number 2 to 8, untagged, and VLAN number 10 for 1 from port number 1 and 2, tag it, right? So after that, we need to make the change to our PVID, right? So we need to put in PVID 10 for port number 1 and click apply. And let's try. Do some ping. 192.168.1.1 is good. Let's try to ping google.com. It will not work because we have no WAN connection, right? So let's go ahead to network interfaces. And we see that the WAN interface is still on Ethernet 1. So let's just delete this as well. And now we are creating a network interface with VLAN number 10. So let's add new interface. The name will be 1. The protocol, DHCP client, of course, and the interface, we will give it an interface. All right, so here we need to put Ethernet 0, which is our main interface. And after that, dot. And after that, our VLAN ID. So it's VLAN ID 10. So hit enter. All right, so you see that the interface is now Ethernet 0.10. All right, have a check. All right, so VLAN 10. Good. Click create interface. And then on the physical settings, just leave it there. We're good. And on the firewall zone, let's assign it to the WAN zone. Click save, and then save and apply. Perfect. We see there is some package passing by the WAN interface, and we have received an IP address from the DHCP server. So let's try to perform a ping. Google.com. Perfect. We have a good results, and we should be able to surf the internet right now. So let's do a speed test. All right, let's just run it. Everything looks good, right? So let me just try to plug another network device into the switch, and we will see if this will receive the IP address from the LAN range or not. So let's just do it. So I will plug the network cable into port number 4 of the switch. Let's see. And let's go to status, overview. And you can see we have another IP address. We have just successfully set up a working network with a single network interface, OpenWRT router. And if you have any idea or questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below, and I will try my best to assist on that. And as always, if you see the video is helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to support me. And thanks for watching. See ya.